Hello and welcome to a very special review video with me, Nina Schofield, singer-songwriter, vocal coach and session musician. I am in LA at the moment. I am in my Airbnb, so bit of a different background. I've tried to get the lighting right. I don't know if this is going to be the perfect video, but I wanted to make a post-concert review video because last night I was lucky enough to go and watch Angelina Jordan at the Alex Theatre in Glendale. And this was the first of hopefully many shows that she will be doing. I don't think we know yet what other shows she will be doing, but maybe she'll be in London at some point, so hopefully I'll be able to go and see that one as well. But yeah, last night was the start of what we hope is many tour dates, and it was such a fantastic show, and I wanted to do a bit of a rundown of my thoughts of the whole thing, kind of tell you a bit about the show. Maybe you were there, or maybe you're someone who didn't get to make it but you'd like to hear a little bit more about what went down and just how the whole event was. So I'm here to kind of talk you through my whole experience of it, give you some highlights, and let's begin by me just saying, first of all, by the way, I'm wearing my Angelina Jordan, my new shirt. I saw this shirt at the front at the merch desk and I was like, wow, I loved it. So I got my new Angelina Jordan merch and I thought I'd wear it for this video. It felt very apt. But I did just want to start by saying to everyone who I met last night, who is a subscriber or a patron, I was overwhelmed with the incredible positivity and generosity and warmth and welcoming atmosphere. And I just want to say thank you so much to every single person who came and said hello, because it was incredible to meet you and to talk to you and to hear your stories. And you know, loads of us had just travelled from around the world to go and see this show, and others it was on their doorstep, which was a stroke of luck for them. And it was just so fantastic to meet you all and take photos with you and say hello. So I did just want to say, first of all, before we go into the actual show, thank you so much for your kind words and for making me feel so welcome at the show. And I think that's a great place to start, just to explain how warm and inviting the whole place felt. So this was at the Alex Theatre, as I said, in Glendale. It's a fantastic setting for Angelina. I felt like it was a perfect kind of venue for her music, but also it just felt really inviting, and there was a certain ambiance in there that suited her and her vocal. And in terms of just the atmosphere of the crowd, it just felt right. And there was also this kind of relaxed feel to the whole evening that I'll talk a little bit more about as we go on throughout this video. But I think it's important to say that it did just feel like we'd all been invited to Angelina's home. If you can kind of imagine that the theatre was Angelina's home, and we'd all been invited to take a front row and sit down and listen to her sing for many, many hours. We were so lucky. I was not expecting the concert to be that long. So we began with a few support acts, and the first of which was May, who I will try and leave links for everything, by the way, in the description box if you'd like to go and check these people out. But May was fantastic. She had a really beautiful singer-songwriter-esque vocal, very dreamy like sound, two gorgeously written songs that she sang for us. She was only 15 and she was confident on stage and just felt at home, and I really enjoyed her two warm-up songs. Stay alright and never stay away. You might find yourself caught in a never-ending pain. And there comes a time when the ghost no longer rings. And then we also had Scott from Pentatonics come out, one of the special guests that Angelina had invited, but he came and sang a few of his own songs as well, which was amazing. And then we had Angelina. So Angelina came on stage and the crowd went wild, and to the point where I was worried I was going to lose my hearing because of people screaming behind me. But you know, that's the atmosphere and the connection that, you know, people feel with Angelina. So it was wonderful to actually see her live in person. A bit of a pinch me moment, considering all of the times that I have sat there and watched Angelina online. To actually see her in person was wow. Really wow. So the first thing that I noticed as well, staging wise, it was a fantastic layout. I think that the venue again lent itself to Angelina's music and the atmosphere that she wants to create simply by the way the stage was laid out. We were able to see each instrumentalist, the backing vocalists, in a really great way. It was really beautiful to be able to see everyone on stage. And I have to say kudos to the band as well, who were just incredible. And we had multi-instrumentalists on stage. You know, you'd turn away for 1 second and you'd turn back and someone would be playing another instrument entirely. So that was amazing. But yeah, really fantastic instrumentalists. I'll get to Angelina in a second, I promise, but there's so much to talk about with the whole show. I just wanted to say as well, when there was a kind of interval, when Angelina just went and had a moment, and she had an outfit change as well, looked stunning. But during that time, the band just jammed, they just played, and you got to feel that true musicianship coming from them. It just felt like such a vibey moment. I wanted to soak in that musicianship as well, so I just wanted to talk about that because it was amazing. And then Angelina. Okay, so Angelina. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, if you were there and you did count. I didn't count exactly, but I feel like roughly she sang around 25 songs, which was incredible. If we're thinking from a standpoint of vocal stamina, that is an unbelievable thing to do. And I just have to kind of take a moment to express my genuine delight at a vocalist who can maintain that level of stamina on stage and keep in good vocal health and feel strong from start to finish in such a long concert. I think that that's something that we have to kind of acknowledge from Angelina. And then I want to talk about my highlights from the evening. There were so many things that I truly enjoyed about this whole show, but I think the first highlight, true highlight for me, and it was one of many, so if I miss anything then I'm sorry, but this was her performing one of her brand new songs that's never been heard before, called Thank You. I liked this from the moment it began, not just because of the music, but because of the time that Angelina took to explain what the song was about. So the whole ethos of the song is to thank someone for having been in their life, and even though they're not anymore, it's a thank you for the lessons that you've learned from having that relationship. And I thought that was a really interesting start point for a song. And when the song began and we had this kind of reggae feel, I thought that was fantastic. But more so than anything, the song spoke to me instantly. It was a sort of instant hit to me. And I think what elevated it was the post-chorus, the backing vocals that surrounded that, and the elevation and just the overall tempo of it. But it was so catchy. I'm going to insert some footage, by the way, of my favourite moments. I took footage from the whole of the show. So at some point I'm going to have to sit down and do a proper kind of hour-long review or something, or somehow get this footage online so you can see it. But I did film the whole of this particular song that I would like to do, I guess it won't be an instant reaction, but an analysis video for, so that we can kind of go through it together. But I filmed the whole of Thank You. I'm just going to insert a clip for you to watch now. that was definitely a highlight. Another highlight was seeing Angelina sing Bang Bang, because that's one of the very first songs that I ever saw her sing online. And I wasn't expecting her to sing it. I had no idea going into this whole show what was going to happen, by the way. I didn't know if we'd have warm-up acts. I didn't know if she would sing for an hour, 2 hours. Anyway, Bang Bang. So seeing that live and feeling the whole history, I think, my history in watching her come into fruition in seeing that particular performance live was incredible. And hearing her vocal, the richness of her tone coming through live speakers instead of just through the computer, you know, it just hits you in a different way. So that was truly, truly special. I have a clip for you to watch from that too.
Bang, bang, I shut him down, bang, bang, you hit the ground, bang, bang, that awful sound, bang, bang, my baby, you shut me down.
Next up, we're seeing Bad Valentine. So Toby Gad was there. Oh, let me tell you, I have followed Toby's career for such a long time. So when I heard that he was working with Angelina, that was exciting, number one. Then when I heard he was coming out, this was whispers just before the show began, so he came out on stage, I was thinking, oh my goodness, this night can't get any better. But having Toby there was incredible. He is such a force of positivity, I feel, someone that is just the right kind of person that you want to be surrounded with in your team, especially in your team of songwriters. And we were so lucky that he stayed on stage for several numbers, including Bad Valentine, of course. Friday was the release day for Bad Valentine, so we all wanted to show our support for that, but it was fantastic to see that live. And I feel like listening to the recorded version of that, yes, I did listen to it, I'm sorry, I couldn't wait. Listening to the recorded version of that yesterday morning and then hearing it live in the evening, it was just such a fantastic full circle moment, and I really, really hope that that song does so well for Angelina. It's a brilliant song. And having Toby there and that whole connection, amazing. And we were lucky enough for her and Scott from Pentatonics to do a duet of All of Me, which of course is a song that Toby wrote with John Legend, and Toby was giving us a little insight into how some of these songs came about, and it was so interesting to hear those stories. And then I've got to tell you, I mean, All of Me as a song is something that I've sung time after time after time live. So for me, just as a personal thing, to see that and to experience having the actual songwriter there, that kind of blew my mind a little bit. I've got to be honest with you, that was a really special moment. So that was amazing. And hearing Angelina duet, I always think is an interesting thing as well, because her voice blends so incredibly. You know, her tone shines through, but you still get that blend. She is someone who I would definitely want to do a duet with if I was going to pick someone to duet with. Just an incredible singer and someone who listens as well as sings. And so, you know, that's really, really key when you're doing a duet. Song by the same name, All of Me, the jazzy number. So this was another particular highlight for me. I want to talk about Angelina's jazz vocals for a second and how incredible her jazz ability is in general. She is so talented. She can go from genre to genre. I think that's something we need to note, because of course her more pop songs are more pop. But when she almost steps back in time into a different era, a different zone. We know she goes somewhere in her mind when she's singing, but I don't know, it just felt like we were being transported back in time to the era of these songs. And she has that old soul in her vocal and her vocal ability. There's something extra special about Angelina when she sings these jazzier numbers, and you can tell that connection that she felt from them from when she was 4 or 5 years old coming through on stage. That live magic, that connection you get from artist to audience just takes it to another level. So I really just wanted to highlight her jazz vocals because I can feel that just natural talent coming through, and I can tell that if she just did a whole live set of jazz standards or even improvisatory jazz stuff, scat vocals, or just taking a jazz standard and singing whatever she wanted on top of it, we would be blown away by that, because her understanding of jazz music and her ability to interpret the jazz soul is second to none. It was incredible, and I really just wanted to highlight her jazz ability. As a note, I should add, Jimmy Z was there, the legend that is Jimmy Z, and you know, that added another level to this, because of course he's played with so many fantastic artists, but his musicianship, his level of musicianship and his ability, he's a multi-instrumentalist as well, you know, he was playing the saxophone but also the harmonica. Just hearing that live and seeing musicians who are so comfortable on stage, I feel like that rubs off on Angelina as well. You know, I haven't seen Angelina live before, but from the things that I've been told, it seems like she's getting more and more comfortable on stage and more comfortable just being there and being confident and talking to the audience. And certainly we had so many stories from her and so many insights from her that I felt, as I said, that it just was like being invited into her home. It was just such a welcoming and relaxed environment. So that was worth noting too. We also got to hear a couple of numbers from the EP, which I was very excited about. I kind of, you know, selfishly, I wanted her to sing the whole EP because I love every song from that record. I tell you, every time I listen to that, I'm thinking, this is a great song. This is a great song. This is a great song. But it was great to hear those numbers too. And then I just want to highlight again the incredible balance between her and her backing vocalists. I feel like for me, that was a big highlight, the almost wall of sound that we had from having the elevation with harmony between her backing vocalists, and just two backing vocalists, but great voices, and then with Angelina's huge, rich, warm tone as well. That really sent me somewhere. Hearing that in certain songs, I thought, oh, I could do with that in many, many more songs. You know, if I was an MD or something, I'd be like filling the whole set with all these backing vocal moments, because I just loved that energy that was created from that. And of course, you know, you need the the balance. I'm just thinking, no, it was so good, let's do it in every song. But yeah, that was something that I just wanted to mention as well, because I think that hearing Angelina with other vocalists is always such a treat. So having that backing vocal elevation really spoke to me. So there we go. There's a kind of quick roundup of my experience at the show. And again, I just want to say how incredible it was to be in that atmosphere, to soak in the surroundings. And it felt like such an intimate show. I had fantastic seats, slap bang in the middle, about, I don't know, 15 rows back. So I really felt that connection with Angelina and with her band. And given that there was such a warm and welcoming atmosphere, the whole event from beginning to end was magical. And as I say, I just want to say a huge thank you again to anyone who said hello to me, and also just to everyone in general for creating such a fantastic show, from musicians, staging, lighting, everyone that was involved in that show. And of course, Angelina, who, if you're watching, I just want to say thank you so much for your vocals and for being such a true musician and singer and artist. And I cannot wait to see what Angelina does next. And I would love to hear your thoughts about the show. If you were there, let me know in the comments box down below. And if not, what you're looking forward to next from Angelina, let me know that as well. And what kind of videos you'd like to see me create from this show, by the way. As I say, I do have a couple of clips, full song clips that I'd like to do reactions to, but I have clips from every single song, so I can kind of do a highlights reel or something. I might host that on Patreon, I'm not sure. Yeah, let me know your ideas and your thoughts, and I will look forward to hearing from you and to seeing you in another video very, very soon. And it's goodbye from me here in LA, but I do have some more footage coming up. I've either already posted my vlog or my vlog is coming. There's more to come. So I'll see you on those videos very soon, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Love you, bye.